Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan, and today we're continuing our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. A lot of times, court orders are put in place to govern and guide the conduct of the parties. And if the parties get along, beautiful. If they don't get along, they can fall back on the court order to learn what they're supposed to do. But what do you do if somebody consistently violates the court orders? Should you look the other way, or how should one handle it? This is a question we get a lot. And it's usually followed by some quaint expressions such as, after all, you can catch more flies with honey, meaning that maybe I should go easy, maybe I shouldn't say anything, I should try and stay in the good graces of the other parent. I'm not suggesting that developing a working relationship is a bad thing. I agree, and I think every judge would agree with me, that the parties have to try and get along. They should have a working relationship. But at the same time, don't be a fool, okay? Don't you be the one always working while the other one is just, stepping all over you. Yes, you can catch more flies with honey, but at the end of the day, do you really want to catch flies? What do you need flies in your life for? You don't. So I would say this: if it's something small, something that, could come up, you have to modify something because an emergency occurred, I get it. And I think you need to work within the life circumstances that could come up, because you know what? She needs to change the date. Next week, you're going to need to change the date. You got to work with each other. But if you're faced with a situation where you're constantly giving and giving, and the other person's constantly taking and taking, don't do that. Bring these things to the attention of the court. File a motion and tell the court, this person violated the rules, I want them held in contempt. Now, the court won't necessarily do it. The court will probably give a warning and tell them you got to get back in line. And you got to do what the court ordered. You got to show up when you say you're going to show up, and you got to allow parenting time when the schedule is. Now, if there's a second violation, the court may give another warning. A third, the court may give another warning. But you know what? We have found that when we are in situations where the other side is routinely violating and we've routinely brought it to the attention of the court, we are able to get drastic relief when we really need it. So I had a situation not long ago where mom was repeatedly interfering with dad's parenting time, always scheduling things when the child is supposed to be with dad, always doing this. And we kept bringing it to the court's attention. And the client said, but the judge isn't doing anything. And our answer is, the judge isn't doing anything yet. But if it should turn out that you want to pick up and leave, and you want to take that child with you, so we want to switch custody, we're going to have a lot of ammunition. Well, sure enough, about a year later, he got relocated from his job here to a job in Washington, and he wanted to take it, and one of his child is with him. We filed a motion to change the custody, and in that motion outlined 9 violations that were brought to the court's attention 9 times. And you know what? The judge granted a change of custody. The court's reasoning was simple. He's got to go. While he was here, you didn't cooperate with him. We don't have any faith that you're going to cooperate long distance. We're going to send the child there. And now you, mom, you can figure out how to deal with the long distance. And that's what the court did. It doesn't work more with men than with women. It works equally with both. If you advise the court of repeated violations, eventually there's going to be a price to pay. The court will calculate this and add it up. Like I said, 1 or 2 violations, I don't know if the court's going to react. But multiple violations over a period of time that show a pattern in practice, the court will react to it. So it's a long game. It's an expensive game to keep going to court and paying your lawyer, and the court just gives a slap on the wrist. You may feel like you're not getting anything in the short run, but in the long run you are. And should you need to make that crucial move, you'll be able to do it. So yes, I do not believe that you should look the other way. I believe you should bring these things, and I'm not talking about ticky-tacky little things, but repeated violations that are enough for you to feel, I got to get my lawyer involved. You should bring those to the attention of the court through your lawyer, because at the end of the day, the court will make an appropriate reconciliation that protects your rights. If you have any questions about that, reach out, and we'll be glad to help you out.